Sri Radhe. This Sunday satsang, June 27, 2025. And we started class with Bhakti Sindhu, and we're at part 1, chapter 2. We're discussing Raganuga Bhakti, which Rupa Goswami describes from verse 270 to 309. And we're on verse 292, I think. Let's see. No, maybe more. 295. Or 294. We did 290. 292 is a review. That greed for hearing about the sweetness of Radha and Krishna can come about by the mercy of devotees' descriptions in Shastra, or by hearing directly from Raganuga Bhaktas. You can get greed to worship Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. The commentary on Sri Jiva Goswami's commentary on chapter 2, verse 292, he says, Kincha Anubhuti. Kinchit Anubhuti means a slight or a little attraction to Ragamika Bhakti of the eternal Vrajvasis. So you don't have to have all-consuming greed or obsession, just slight attraction. You hear or read about the love and intimacy and lack of majesty and grandeur of the Vrajvasis' loving dealings with Krishna in Vatsalya Bhav, parental love, or friendly love, or amorous love of the gopis. You become attracted, you become interested, and desirous to be part of that, experience that, and serve in that capacity with those devotees. That's a significant indicator that you have greed to follow the Vrajvasis. That's where Raganuga Bhakti begins. There's a footnote here on Bhakti Sindhu, if you have the book, on page 324, and my Guru, they point out that it's wrong. It says, footnote 66, which is a footnote on Jiva Goswami's commentary on verse 292. It said, Jiva Goswami's commentary, he says, scriptures like Bhagavatam are, one may disregard scriptural injunctions and logic, though logic is certainly employed. So the footnote says, to make any sense of scripture, to understand Shastra, you must use logic to understand the meaning. This is the opposite of what Jiva Goswami actually says. My Gurudev also translated this book in English, Madan Sri Krishna, for Maharaj in 1968. He said, well, I have a footnote here, he said it's wrong. Jiva Goswami says Shastra, spiritual Shastra, is beyond and higher than logic. Where logic falls short, you just have to accept Shastra conclusions are above logic. You just have to accept it. Where logic fails, you have to depend on Shastra and Shraddha. It's called Shastriya Shraddha, faith in Shastra. Because your logic and rational brain and cause and effect intelligence and brain cannot understand Shastra. That's a very grave mistake in this book. mistranslating, misrepresenting the concept and commentary of Jiva Goswami. So a significant word in Jiva Goswami's commentary is kinshit. Kinshit means little bit. And we say in Bengali alpha. Alpha means little bit. In Bengali say kinsha. I mean Hindi and Sanskrit, kinsha, kinshit means, and we say niskinshan. He doesn't have little desire, material desire. It's niskinshan sadhu. So kinshan anubhuti means a slight little experience, a little attraction, interest, that you can begin. So people, often when people get interested in Rag Bhakti, the other people discourage them by saying, oh, you just have a passing interest. That doesn't mean you can follow Rag Bhakti. That's not right. So then verse 293 we already covered. So now we're on verse 294. Read the Sanskrit.
Krishnam smaran janam chasya preshtam nijasamihitam tattataratashchasa tattatkataratashchasa kuryadvasam prajesadam.
Remember Krishna and Vrindavan with his Brijvasi associates who have an inclination for seva as like one desires. Absorbing oneself and hearing topics related to them, one should always live in Braj. Nija Saitam. Sometimes it's described, Nija Samhita means your person. Nija means your person, means personal, my personal. They say Samhita means my personal choice, but it's not choice. Who you follow in Vrindavan is actually given by your guru and by the parivar that you're in. If you're in Nityananda Parivar, your guru will tell you to follow Lita and Rupa Mandri. If you're away to Parivar, your guru will tell you to follow Vishaka and Tulsi Mandri. Radharati Mandri Raghunath Das Goswami. Because they represent the service that we desire to attain. Pavalasrati, the Radhasya, the Buddha Brahmani's Dasi, maid servant. But sorry, I just a notes on this verse. It says Raganuga Bhakti is like a business person is always thinking about their business and always remembering money and success. In the same business, they'll attend seminars and learn more about that business and live in a place that's favorable for that business. So like that, we live in a place favorable for Raganuga Bhakti business, Radha Vrindavan. And we attend seminars on Krishna Bhakti, class on Vyakusvanjali, class on Krishna Garamrita, class on Radha, that's favorite class on Vrindavan Maharita, class on Prem Bhakti Chandrika. These are all favorable for our business of Rag Bhakti. And we associate with Rag Bhakti businessmen. People that are investing all their life, all their energy in Rag Bhakti. So we want to learn the tricks of the business from them. How to meditate, how to stay focused, how to understand Shastra and Rasa Tattva. All these things we learn by association. My Gurudev gave me an interesting idea because this verse says, Tatat Kata Rata, you should develop attachment for Kata, Hari Kata, about Tulsi Manjari and Vishaka Saki, and Krishna Vrindavan. And Vasam Braje Sada, what does that mean?
Live in this Vrindavan eternally.
Always live in Vrindavan. Vas, Braja Vas, Vasam Braje Sada. So live in Vrindavan means you should think of living in Vrindavan already. We were discussing that at your house yesterday. By identifying an attachment for Vrindavan. This is my home. I live here eternally. No other home is eternal home. It's all subject to dissolution and disappearance at the ultimate pralaya. Just like television waves are all in the sky, but without a receiver you can't perceive the show. So we have to tune our mind into Vrindavan, so we'll see Vrindavan wherever you live. You live here, it's like living in a TV station. You can see all the shows. If you live in a TV station, you can see all the shows. Because they're all being broadcast. So you live in Madan, you can see all the shows. What are all the shows called?
Leelas.
Hastakali Leela, Pratakali Leela, Purvan Kal Leela, Madhyan Kal Leela, Aparan Kal Leela, Shayan Kal Leela, Pradosh Kal Leela, Rashi Leela, Nishan Leela, and again you start. Pradak Leela, Purvan Leela, Madhyan Leela. Do you get tired of it?
No.
Remembering is the essential practice of Rag Bhakti. Become absorbed in whatever you become absorbed in whatever you become attached to. Whatever, whoever. Whatever, whoever you become attached to, you get absorbed in it. So, summary of points for 294. 1. Remember the form of Krishna as the coward boy in Vrindavan, as described by Brajagois and Bhagavatam and Rasa books. 2. Remember the form of the Brajagopis, like Rupandri, Ratimandri, Lalita, and Radha, Vishaka. Remember to hear about the seva of the Sakhi Mandris to Radha and Krishna Vrindavan. That's the basic idea of verse 294. So Nija Samitam means to the devotee of that particular form of Krishna has the same desires or aspiration for seva that I desire. Okay. So Krishna's commentary says, verse 294, 295, 296 are the essence of Rag Bhakti. He says in the commentary, now begins the description of how to practice Raga Bhakti sadhana. Verse 295 Sanskrit.
सेवा साधक रूपेण सिद्ध रूपेण च प्रहि तद्भावलिप्सुना कार्या प्रजलोकानुसारतः.
So this translation of this verse Prajaloka Anusarata. Anusara means following. What does imitation mean?
Anukara.
Anukara means imitation. So Anusara means you don't become them, you don't imitate them, but you follow their example, you follow their bhav, their mood. Their mood is sentiment of love and seva towards Radha and Krishna, and their sevas that they render. Brajalok means the inhabitants of Goloka Vrindavan. So you follow them and you perform seva. Seva, it says seva, Sadarup and Siddharup. So an important thing to understand here, this first Sanskrit is tricky language. If you have a guru that knows Sanskrit, then he can explain it to you. So there's two important points here that eliminate a lot of misconception. One point is Rupena is in singular. Rupena means one Sadhakadeha. You have how many bodies has a Sadhakadeha? So that's why I said Rupena is singular one. So Sadhaka Rupa is singular Rupena. Mr. Smith, the Sadhaka. Mrs. Jones, the Sadhaka. Sadhi. So Siddharup is also singular. So there's not two Siddhadevas, there's one Siddhadev. So that really eliminates and denies the existence of two Siddhadevas. One Siddhadeva in Gaura, one Siddhadeva in Krishna. This is not taught by the Six Goswamis. It was introduced in the 1800s. Where did Six Goswamis live?
In the 14.
When? I'm saying when.
14.
I know where. I think I know that.
1600s.
Yeah, exactly. 1580 to 1640, to be exact. 16th century. So from the 16th century, the 17th century, 18th century, everybody meditated once a day. As a gopi, a coward boy, a mother, a father, a Krishna, whatever. The Gaudiya Sampradaya, everyone meditated on gopis. So you perform seva in your physical body and Siddhadeha. Another important thing is Sanskrit, which we learned in this verse, which defeats a lot of misconceptions. Many people preach about Raghunav Bhakti. They say there's two stages in Raghunav Bhakti, Siddharup and Sadhguru and Siddharup. So Rupa Goswami is right. First stage, you seva in your Sadhguru until you get the bhava. When you get the bhava, then you can start practicing meditation and Siddhadeha. Many people from IGM preach this. It's very big in Gaudiya. They say seva Sadhguru, but the interesting defeat of this is the word cha-itra. Chatra, is two words, cha and itra. It means here, right here and now. It means simultaneously. You simultaneously do seva in Sadhguru and seva in Siddharup. Not seva in Sadhguru and Narjanirvati, Dhanishya, Dharuchi, and Sakti. And then you can start meditating in Siddhadev. Not that, that's wrong. This is preached heavily in IGM. Say, okay, you can practice Raghunav Bhakti, because we all can sit there, so you just go into the little read to meditate here, just think about Leelas, no Siddhadev, no Manjari. You have to wait till you come to Bob, then you read that. That's very important, to reach Sanskrit word. Is it clear? This commentary here, this purport, on number 69 footnote, is added by Balaswami. Everybody, every old GBC in ISKCON say it was influenced by Kujabihari Babaji Maharaj, the Guru Anandadas Babaji, because this paragraph is taken from Majri Sruti Rupan. Majri Sruti Rupan is a book by the Guru of Anandas Babaji, Krishna Bhakti Baba, right? So he says, this is a real slap in ISKCON's face. All you see, he says, Baba was off the wall of this one. He said, the center room was given by Guru. So they pulled the pants down, everybody ISKCON. Very embarrassing. Well, I read the ISKCON Nectar Devotion book, said they said my Guru. Guruji, you get said that? Who said that? Prabhupada didn't say that. Who said it right here? Your GBC said it. What GBC? Bottom said it. What? The same room is given by the Guru. Transform Seva. Wow, the details are given. It works. Gopal Guru. Vishnu yeah. That's really embarrassing. GBC got there watch this. Throw a guy, you know. It was a real embarrassing point for this guy. We love it. So this verse in the commentary of Vishnu on page 330 is, you have a book? You have Bhakti in there? Why'd you buy it? That's crazy. It's 2 parts, 2 books. Now you're gonna get the verse to Rupa Goswami. Doesn't matter. Crazy. So the Bible, Rupa Goswami, Bhakti are in several books. So it's the verse from 11th Canto of Bhagavatam. Navi Yogendra is one of the Yogendras is speaking. He says, if you run on this path of bhakti, you'll never blunder or fall down, even if you run with your eyes closed. What does it mean, eyes closed? That's right. What is Shruti? What does Shruti mean? How many are there?
4 Upanishads.
What are they called?
Shrutis.
What are the 4 Shrutis called? 4 Shrutis.
Rig Veda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda, Yajurveda.
Right. The Upanishads are also included. What are the Shrutis?
Bhagavad Purana, Mahabharata.
Their books in pursuance explain in story form the Siddhanta of the Shrutis. Ramayana, Mahabharata, Itihas, histories, Puranas, they're all Shruti. Bhagavad Gita is Shruti. Smara Mahabharata. So it means if you're don't even know what it says in the Shruti or Shrutis, but you're just running blindly serving Krishna, you won't stumble. This also refers to the path of Ragmarg. Okay, text 297. So that's it. These are the main verses. 294, 5, and 6. This is the essence of Ragmarg. 294, 95, 96. Now it talks about Kaunaka Bhakti and I have a footnote here. Let me see what it says here. And Raganuga Bhakti within the heart, devotees inspired to please and serve Krishna out of a natural liking. If you like someone, that liking will inspire you to act. If you have no liking, you have to be prodded, you have to be encouraged or induced into activity, but it won't last. Because they say Raganuga Bhakti is more powerful than Vaidhi Bhakti. Why? Because it's an inspiration idea. If you do Vaidhi Bhakti inspired by fear of Shastra or adherence or belief I should do it because Shastra says it's good for me, so I should do it. The Rag Bhakti you practice because you like it, you want to do it. So anything you like, you want to do, it's much easier to practice something you should do. I should eat good food, but I like junk food. So you don't need to encourage you to eat junk food. That's the liking for it. French fries and chocolate cake. Trying to get preached to. Or you want to get someone to eat oatmeal and stuff.
Yeah, we have please.
You have to be convinced of Shastra. It's good for your arm, this, that, and the other. The French fries, you don't care anything about what's good for it. Because spontaneous attraction. Nachos, tacos, kimbos. So natural liking, you don't have to keep going. So Rag Bhakti is more powerful than Vaidhi Bhakti. Krishna's activities in Braj, everyone's inspired to work. There's no government in Vrindavan. There's no Mathura Vrindavan Development Association. There's no panchayat. Everyone just moves on love. Love is the manager. The whole place works on love. The cows go out to pasture because they love to follow Krishna. They come back because he goes back home, so they want to follow, so they come back home. The best government can be where all the workers are happy, either without pay or without vacation. If the workers are happy, they don't mind working. Only in Rag Bhakti, Rag is supreme. Intense attachment captivates one's mind. Then it's easy to work for Krishna. $299. First $299. $298. First $299. Stage sacrifice. $299. This verse 297 says Kamaruga Vitrishna Kamarubano Gamani Shambho Vitraya Shambho Vitra Mai Tat Vavishadi Ishadi. There's two types of Kamaruga Anuga Bhakti. Shambho Gishamai and Tad Bhavishat. Which one do we follow? Which one do we follow? Chad means that Bob, what Bob, that Bob of the gopis. That feeling, that's what we, Isha means, Bob Isha means desire, Adna. My bhakti filled with the thirst, desire to follow the counter glories of love. This is commentary, next page. This word anugamini. Anugamini means following after. Anugamini means anusarani, not imitating, anukaran. One should follow them in the sense of accepting the gopi's sentiments. It does not mean one should do everything they do. Anugamini means, I have footnoted it, an intelligent following, not false imitation. It means pure subordination, obedience to the favorable ways of the thinking of the Brajagopis. Crazy. It's all night, all day, every 8 o'clock in the morning. Kanuga Bhakti is actions guided by the thirst of the passionate desires which are subservient to and the wake of the action of the Brajagopis. For the pleasure of the transcendental sentiment of Krishna. Such actions are two kinds. Mental service in Bhav Bhumi. Bhav Bhumi means the thought world. And services by the physical senses in this material world. So we meditate or we do practical service. Reading, singing bhajans, chanting, japa, and diksha mantras, etc. Kind of hard on the brain. So we'll continue verse 299 next week.
Just to write that
Baba Bhumi.
Yeah. And where is that Guru?
It's my Guru. Thought world.
We are trying to serve here, but
My book is extra stuff. So I have footnotes for my guru, so you understand it. Where are you, our guru? My guru, where is guru? So who is the guru?
Krishna.
Krishna. Okay, that's that.